Whether you're moving a lot or just a little, U-Pack has the equipment option to best suit your needs. We maintain a fleet of commercial trailers and self-contained shipping containers. Our trailers are 28 feet long, 8 feet wide, and 9 feet tall. They're about half as long as a standard 18-wheeler, so they're pulled in tandem on the highway. If you prefer the convenience of loading at your home, find out if you require a special parking permit for our U-Pack equipment. Our trailers require an overhead clearance of 14 feet and a loading and parking space of about 40 feet.
Free ramps are provided with all trailer moves. Our trailers are designed for commercial loading docks. That means the trailer floor is about 3.5 feet off the ground. Ramps are about 14 feet long, so allow enough space for the ramp and room to load. Setup is easy. Just pull the ramp to the edge of the trailer with the legs pointing out. Put the legs up and check to be sure they rest against the stop blocks on the side of the ramp. Some of our ramps have a black handle, others have a yellow bar. Use the black handle or yellow bar to lock the legs. Then pull the ramp out and put the legs on the ground. The bottom of the rail should touch the rear of the trailer. The entire apron should be inside the trailer, flat on the floor. Now unfold the ramp to the ground. That's it!
U-Pack trailer rates are based on linear feet, which means you only pay for the space you need. Now, of course, if you need more or less space than you reserved, then just use what you need. Your rate will be adjusted to reflect exactly what you use. So what are you waiting on? Start by marking the footage you were quoted inside the empty trailer. Measure that distance from the front of the trailer and mark it with a piece of tape or chalk. Remember, you only pay for the space you use. To load like a pro, use rope, moving blankets, or other bracing materials to make sure your stuff doesn't bounce around during the road trip. Okay, get back to work, all right? Always load heavy, bulky items first. Put appliances or heavy items toward the front. Turn wheeled items sideways and secure them by nailing braces into the floor. Pack smaller items in boxes around the larger items. Pack high and tight. Like good packing, proper loading is extremely important. Like, you ever seen a movie when someone tries to stand in a moving vehicle? Unless they hold on to something or brace themselves, they just can't stand still. And neither can your things. Everything you load has to be secured so nothing shifts during the journey. There are a lot of bumps on the road. Be sure you secure your load for a safe and secure journey to your new home.
Bulkhead installation applies only to trailer moves. The bulkhead is a 2-panel wall that you install after loading. It is a dividing wall and will not support the weight of your load if you haven't secured your shipment properly. The bulkhead will be on the floor of the trailer when it's delivered. Just move it out of the way until everything's loaded. The bulkhead consists of 2 4x8 wood panels installed side by side with load bars connecting at the center. ABF U-Pack utilizes 2 types of bulkheads, a hydraulic and a manual locking. Installation differs slightly. Specific instructions are pasted on the bulkhead. Your belongings will remain securely behind the bulkhead until you remove it at the destination. So be sure to install it properly. Here's how to install a hydraulic bulkhead.
First, make sure the load bars are fully retracted by pressing the red release button and pushing the bars in. Then, lean the panels against your shipment. Check the handles on the load bars. The bottom handle should point up and the top handle should point down. Attach by inserting the bars. Extend the feet lightly against the sides of the trailer. The metal snap buttons should lock into the holes, with each bar extending to the last adjustment hole. Now straighten the bulkhead so it's upright. Finally, secure the bulkhead by pumping the black load bar handle 10 to 12 times on both the top and bottom bars. Check that all bars are held firmly against the side of the trailer.
Manual locking bulkheads have metal bars that fit directly into the trailer frame. Frame posts are located every 2 feet along the trailer wall. Be sure to utilize this space by loading to a frame post if at all possible. It is best not to have a gap between your shipment and the bulkhead. Align the first bulkhead panel with the nearest vertical trailer post. Place the T-shaped ends into the correlating slots in the vertical trailer posts. Be sure that each T-shaped end is firmly pressed down into the slot. Pull the bulkhead panel you just installed away from your shipment at a slight angle. Align the second panel so that you can connect it to the first by sliding the load bar ends together. Align the pinholes on the load bar. Insert the locking pin through each load bar. Ensure that the handles are completely open when sliding the bars. Slide the bulkhead back against your shipment. Place the T-shaped ends of both bars into the correlating slots in the vertical trailer posts. Be sure that each T-shaped end is firmly pressed down into the slot. Using an open palm to avoid pinching your fingers, close the black handles on both load bars and secure in place. Place a lock through each of the black handles. The lock shank should be at least 2 inches long and 1/4 inch or smaller in diameter. The bulkhead is now secure.
After you load, stow the ramp by folding the bottom up. Lift the apron off the trailer floor and slide the ramp in just a little. Now, unlock the legs with the black handle or raise the yellow bar. Fold the legs in, then slide the ramp in just enough to close the door. And never ever put the ramp behind the bulkhead with your stuff. You'll get charged extra if you do. When it's time to unload, simply reverse the process. Be careful in case items shifted during transit.